Yellow.
We are at the airport on our way to Cancun. Tried to go to Thailand and Tommy wasn't approved for the Thai pass. And now we are going to Mexico. We have landed in Cancun. We just found the bus that we need. ADO. The guy is trying to tell me that it's 13 for 216 pesos. It is $10.39. They're only taking cash. So Tommy just ran back in to go to the ATM to get cash. Then the haggling begins. The ADO bus is about an hour ride from Cancun Airport to Playa Del Carmen. Our logic was we would save money on accommodation by staying a little outside of Centro. We took taxis at first. We learned there is a local price and a tourist price. Tommy and I were getting charged tourist price. From Centro to where we were staying, they were saying it was 250 pesos. Local price was 60 to 80 pesos. Once we caught on, we started haggling and telling them we wouldn't pay more than 80. Just be aware, find a local that will tell you how much it would be. Say hi.
Yellow.
For scooter rentals, they will tell you based on what type of scooter it is that it'll be anywhere from 30 to 50 USD a day. We managed to find a gentleman we could haggle with because it was a long-term scooter rental. We got it for $20 USD a day. Still expensive, but it was fun. Renting a scooter was definitely the way to go. It made staying on the residential side and going to and from Centro very easy.
Hold on.
We left the mall we went to go get food at, and it started pouring. Ow. Well, we got caught in the rain on the scooter, guys.
One of the main reasons we rented a scooter was to go to Tulum or go to cenotes. It wasn't until after we signed all the paperwork that they told us, hey, don't be on the highway. It's illegal for you to be on the highway.
Wait, what?
The scooter can't go fast enough even when it's flat, and there are bridges on the highway. Going to Tulum is very dangerous on a scooter. You can take the chance, but it may or may not be illegal. If that's a chance you want to take in Mexico, I wouldn't, but that's just me.
The hot dogs made it.
Also, there are no buses in Playa del Carmen, a public bus system. We took a bus once for an excursion. We sat in on a timeshare presentation at Excursion or Shakerette or Ishkaret, whichever way you prefer to say it, and earned a free excursion to Sheha. So we got a free bus ride from that. That and the ADO bus are the only buses that we went on. Fifth Avenue is it. Everything is on Fifth Avenue. You have clubs, the girls dancing on the bars, the girls dancing on the bars, the girls dancing on the bars. You have big booths, get you free shots, insanely overpriced hookahs, restaurants. There's so many characters on the street. Costume characters, there are dancers, fire shows, huge snakes, bands. People singing, there's people dancing. It's cool to see. But here's the thing, it's the same thing every single day, every single night. Fifth Avenue, it's going to be same circus, different days. I think 3 to 5 days will be more than enough in Playa del Carmen. Taxis, braids, tequila, you will get hit up on the street multiple times. So for me, everyone kept asking if my crazy hair needed braids. People kept asking Tommy if he wanted to party. Everyone kept asking us if we wanted tequila. Do not get a taxi on Fifth Avenue. Go to 10th Avenue. It's one avenue back, and they'll generally be more negotiable. If you get it from Fifth Avenue, you're paying whatever they tell you, and they'll tell you that they're a special secure service, that you won't get ripped off and that you'll be there safe. Go to 10th Avenue. There are 7-Elevens, there are Starbucks, there is a Hard Rock and Senior Frog.
Oh, Of course there is.
Watched the Super Bowl and go Rams. Go Rams.
And then the extra by Burrow. And look at this. I couldn't believe the T. Higgins got away. Sit down.
At home. This is historic.
Super Cup.
They're just playing all the songs from halftime. That halftime show, I'm on the younger millennial side, and I was in freaking heaven where we were. Ended up just playing all of those artists' songs after the Super Bowl. It was a really, really cool experience. I'm from LA. The Chargers are my team. Go Chargers. Represent always, but it was so cool to see the Rams win the Super Bowl. We had to spend at least 1,000 pesos, which we thought would be hard to do, but we excelled. We did great. The food was kind of overpriced for what you get. We were really in search of some authentic Mexican food because in Mexico, viva la food. We asked a driver to show us some authentic, and they took us to 20th and Constituciones. That was probably the most authentic Mexican food that we found. And even then, Tommy tried all the burritos. His favorite food ended up being gringas. I got quesadillas. They love mushrooms. Anything vegetarian is going to be mushroom heavy.
They made me corn tortillas with mushroom and cheese, adding pico, guacamole. You get?
Chorizo tacos, a steak quesadilla, and a pastor quesadilla.
And how would you describe it? Interesting.
What we found was very Americanized. There was pizzas almost everywhere we went, hamburgers. You will find Mexicali or Tex-Mex.
No matter what country we are in, this kid will always get 7-Eleven pizza.
Tourist of champions.
There were nights that we cooked at home. By we cooked, I mean I made gluten-free spaghetti. Tommy got Little Caesars. Tommy actually found all-you-can-eat sushi at a place called Mr. Sushi. They are on 10... I'll link it down below.
Amazing. I recommend you go try this.
How much did this cost?
$12.50, all you can eat. In Mexico, Playa Del Carmen. Amazing, 10 out of 10. Come check it out, Mr. Sushi.
Mr. Sushi. Headed to this place on the beach that we found. So good, they made me French fry tacos. So we're gonna go there. Oh god. Prices for food were generally comparable to the US. We ended up paying 20 to 30, on some occasions up to $40 USD per meal. We were really surprised. We expected much cheaper food, but 5th Avenue is going to be more expensive. 10th Avenue had some great options. There's this pizza place that everybody goes to late at night. Pizza! And apparently it's the best pizza.
You ready?
Ready.
The beaches were packed. We got lucky. The first week we were there was not much of the seaweed on the beach. The next couple of times we went because of all the storms, there was a little bit more. It wasn't terrible compared to what I've seen on other YouTube videos. We were very lucky.
Rainbow just popped out of your head.
This time of the year, February, is maybe the best time to come. There's no seaweed on the beach, at least in our experience. There's a beautiful sunset and palm trees behind you.
Philly salmon.
Cenotes. There are a ton of cenotes. When we were in LA, I got a cold. It followed me to Mexico. I got so sick. And no, it was not.
Like, what?
It was just a cold. Unfortunately, that prevented us from going out on a lot of days. It was also kind of raining on multiple days. We apparently went in the middle of a storm. But the last day we went to Cristalino, and it was really cool. We went towards the end of the day. Tommy ended up meeting this really great couple from Utah, and of course was talking crypto.
But how the halving works is every 4 years there's a cycle. We just got out of a cycle. So right now would be the perfect time to invest in crypto.
And I was going around doing my thing. There was cliff jumping, there was this this really cool cave. I wish we could have gone to more cenotes, but that just means we'll have to go back. We plan to do Tulum part of this trip, but then we decided we would do a separate trip for Tulum because we found out it was more expensive. And this being our first budget traveling trip, we are already over budget just because of everything that happened with Thailand. That will be a separate video.
Yeah, give me another one. Give me another one.
Pandemic isn't a thing. It is, but it isn't. There are some people that wear masks walking around, but it is crowded. There are COVID testing sites everywhere only because I think they realize people need to get tested to go back to their countries or wherever they're traveling to next. The cheapest one we found was 80 USD per test. There was a special that said 2 tests for $150 USD. Most testing places will be $90 for the PCR test. The antigen tests are much cheaper, and I know there are some airports that will accept an antigen test. However, we're going to the Philippines. We needed an actual PCR test for the Philippines. We just finished with our COVID tests. You gotta do what you gotta do. We have a flight to the Philippines to make, and neither one of us plan on missing it. We learned from missing our Thailand flight. We don't want to deal with that again. Tips we've learned. Make sure your Airbnb or hotel is confirmed before you get on a plane. Our Airbnb host has not confirmed our reservation and we just landed in Cancun. As of now, we have no place to stay, but we kind of do because it's still pending. I don't know. We're going to figure it out.
Well, 2 hours and 20 quarters later.
We just got to Playa Del Carmen. Our Airbnb lady has not gotten back to us, so we just got off the bus and basically have nowhere to go. So we're gonna figure it out. Wish us luck. We were searching for a hostel or a hotel and everything was over the budget that we had planned, which was our first initial shock right away. We found a hostel for $44 a night. There was a lot of room for improvement.
Why?
There were bugs. The shower was terrible. Bed sheets had stains. The air wouldn't cool down the room. Like I said, I had a cold, so I just wanted AC and to pass out. The good thing about this is we tried to get our refund and find a different place, but they ended up just ultimately upgrading us into a much better room. We were grateful for them upgrading us. Our accommodation averaged out to be about $45 USD a night, and that was no shower pressure. That was budget traveling. There is this great app that has a gluten-free card in multiple different languages. It really helped me. People in Mexico can obviously speak a little bit of English. Definitely download Google Translate and download Spanish for offline. Most places had Wi-Fi, which saved us because we didn't do SIM cards or anything like that in Mexico. I had service wherever we went, but he didn't, and he had to be on Wi-Fi to use his phone. Try and know what plan you have and if it'll work.
Not off the tin roof.
There is random rain in Mexico.
Investing at the beginning of 2020, we kind of got it at the bottom. In 1 year, I took out debt, loans, sold my car, sold my kids, put everything into crypto, went down and then bounced back up. That's how lucrative it is.